Hey everybody.
Hi.
Welcome. Oh yeah. We got music on the iPad. My name is Matt Roden.
I'm Paul Wontorek.
Welcome to Live at 5. We have an amazing guest here today.
I know. She's like, we love her. She's.
My love for this human being knows no bounds. Jenn Damiano is here, so this is very exciting. But first,
Former Broadway.com video blogger.
Oh, that's right. You were
from not long ago.
That's
from one
right.
of our favorite shows, American Psycho. Remember that one?
But first,
I feel like we play American Psycho here in the office a lot.
Today we're playing a video from that preview.
Oh, good one. I can't wait to see it. But yes, there's news.
There's news.
There's news. Big news. Big news.
A lot of big news, actually.
Angels in America, people. They've been doing this Angels in America over in London at the National Theatre, Nathan Lane, and there have been a lot of rumors it would come to Broadway, and it is officially announced now for the Neil Simon Theatre, current home of Cats. It'll be a very different kind of show.
Type of show.
Angels in America will play an 18-week run at the Neil Simon Theatre in 2018, starting on February 23rd, my dad's birthday, which came up a few days ago.
That's
right. I think Carousel might start on my dad's birthday.
I think it does.
Something else starts on my dad's birthday. A lot of things are happening. Happy birthday, Dad.
Broadway Dad.
And it'll open March 21st. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Tell me the thing.
I know there are a lot of Russell Tovey fans out there.
I mean,
so I want to point, and I don't blame you. I'm amongst you. He will not be bringing his Joe Pitt to the Broadway production, but the rest of the London cast is coming, including Nathan Lane as Roy Cohn, Andrew Garfield as Prior Walter, Denise Gove, I think I'm saying it right, as Harper Pitt. She's a very fancy actress, Olivier Award-winning actress who's going to be a Tony-nominated actress, or maybe Tony-winning actress.
Look at that with the prediction.
I'm telling you, I'm predicting
it's
it
September.
Now.
Let's go.
Tony predictions for next year. Anyway, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
So, and this is a show everyone's going to have to see.
It's very exciting.
Yeah. Two-parter.
It's never been in New York since I've lived here, so it's exciting for me.
It wasn't here. You weren't here for the Christian Borle off-Broadway signature because you're like 20. That was a few years ago. But the thing is, it's a two-parter.
It is a two-parter. So we got
that
and Harry Potter
two-parter. So maybe you can swap. Maybe they should do marathon days
full
where
weekend.
you see
A full
Act
weekend.
1 of Angels in America and Act 2 of Harry Potter. I don't know.
Trippy.
Just thinking about it.
Trippy.
Anyway, Matt, what's up?
So we know that Taylor Trench is going to be.
We do know.
We know that Taylor Trench is going to be a replacement Evan Hansen. Oh, my mic fell on the floor.
Oh
Can you still hear me?
Matt.
Yes, we're good. Okay. So Taylor Trench is going to be replacing Ben Platt
Is
later
Jenn Damiano
on.
making you nervous?
Yes, Jenn Damiano gives me heat flashes. But we didn't know who was going to be playing Barnaby. We found out that Bernadette is going to go in, which, by the way, I secreted.
You say that like it's an aside.
Well, because
it's the event.
I secreted it for months. I have been talking about this to every single person I know and praying that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
And now it's happening. Yeah. So she's going in, and Taylor Trench is leaving, and we didn't know who's going to be playing Barnaby.
Now we do.
But now we do. This beautiful hunky West End star.
I know you're really crushing on this headshot.
I saw his name this morning, and I was like, "Who is this person?" And I was like, Charlie Stemp. His name is Charlie Stemp, and he was in Half a Sixpence,
which is a very British show.
I watched some videos today, and I was like, "Oh my God, so British!"
It's like British Americana.
Yes, it is.
But it wouldn't be called Americana. He was an Olivier nominee this past year.
And he was in the ensemble of Wicked. Yep. He was on the Mamma Mia international tour, and so he starts on January 20th. Very excited about that.
So that's the same day that the other fancy people start.
Yeah.
Your friend Bernadette and Victor Garber.
I can't even talk about it. But here's the question.
Yes.
Does this mean that Half a Sixpence is trying to make its way in?
No, it's a British show.
I don't know. I'm just saying, we got Charlie Stemp. Maybe we'll get Half a Sixpence.
Is this what you're predicting? I'm sure Charlie Stemp wants to be on Broadway.
Be on Broadway, yeah.
Be a Broadway star.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be happy to be in Hello, Dolly.
With Bernadette.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
nice
sure
gig.
It'll be fine. What else, Paul?
Maybe Charlie Stemp will be here on Live at 5 one day. How will that be for you?
Can I host?
You can keep going.
Okay.
Actually.
All right. So
I gave you a lump of things.
Right. I'll say. So I'll go through all three. Okay.
Yeah,
so, one of my favorite shows from last season, The Color Purple, is going on a national tour.
Last season? 2 seasons ago.
No, that was. Oh my God! It was 2 seasons ago.
2 seasons ago.
Oh my God! That's so weird. Okay.
Sorry.
So yeah, you're right. So it was 2 seasons ago. Color Purple. I can't believe that was two seasons ago.
You're aging.
Yeah. So it's going on tour, and we found out today some casting.
Yes.
Adriana Hicks is playing Celie. She was a swing in the Broadway production, which is really exciting. Carla R. Stewart, Shug Avery, and Carrie Compere.
And they were all in the Broadway production.
Yeah, she ended up being Sophia.
Yep,
Carrie was
absolutely.
Sophia for a while. And they open on October 7th.
In which town?
Schenectady.
I love saying that.
Schenectady.
Wonder if Jenn Damiano's ever played Schenectady.
Have you ever played Schenectady, Jenn Damiano? No.
Not yet.
Maybe I say not yet. Right. And the last little piece of news that I have for you is that Kara Lindsay, speaking of newsies on Netflix.
And former vloggers.
And former vloggers. Kara Lindsay's going into Beautiful. And Cynthia Weil, which is really exciting. Next week.
It's like happening.
September 12th. And Shalina Kennedy, love very much, she is going back in.
Yeah.
And Abby Mueller.
Abby Mueller out.
Out on September 10th. And Abby Mueller's amazing too. And Shalina Kennedy is amazing too. Like this show is still running and it's still fresh.
So before I go, I just want to say also on the site are photos of the hunky. We already used that word today, didn't we?
Did I say hunky West End Star? I think I may have.
The hunky cast of A Clockwork Orange, which is currently in previews.
And they are hunky with a
John,
capital H.
John O'Davies is the centerpiece. They brought him over from London. He's on phone booths all over the city.
Yes.
Mr. Matt Doyle. Hi, Matt Doyle. The whole cast, very attractive. And a really cool show. I'm really excited to see it. It's in previews. It opens like a week or two.
Yes.
We're doing some other fun things with them. You'll see.
Kind of American Psycho vibes.
Yeah, maybe.
Just tying it in.
And then there's also episode number 7 of Sugar Butter.
You can do it. You can do it.
Sugar Butter Betsy.
There it is.
Betsy Wolf's vlog over at Waitress. And also Ethan Slater, who will have a big fall as the star of SpongeBob SquarePants. He is playing the role of
SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob SquarePants. And we did a really nice photo shoot of him, and he talked about his favorite episodes, which I know nothing of, and Matt does.
I love SpongeBob. How can you not like SpongeBob?
I learned of SpongeBobby things.
I love
SpongeBob. Baby, SpongeBobby.
Was SpongeBob like before, after you?
No, right.
Yeah,
Right
like
in the middle of my life.
that's how I feel. Like that's how
Who
I
are you
feel.
talking to?
Jen.
Well, let's take a break and then properly bring her in.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Break.
He doesn't sound alright. His voice a little thin. Does he need someone the way that I need him? Does everything he has amount to enough? Am I someone he could linger on? Or would he simply move along? Am I someone he would love more? Would I be just a girl before? He looks at me sometimes in a certain way. All the fears I have seem to fade away. I know that I'm a fool to think that this is real. Am I someone he could linger on? Or would he simply
everybody. We are back with someone who is gorgeous. She sings like beautiful things. And you may have seen her in Spider-Man or American Psycho. And she also is the OG Invisible Girl. A round of applause from our producer and me. Jenn Damiano, everybody.
Thank you, guys. No, please. Thank you. Thanks.
Jen, thanks for coming in. The camera's still on me, so I'm still talking to this camera. There we are.
There's one.
There's Jen. It was on her?
Hey guys, it's me. Oh, it was just me.
Then I guess the tally must be. Well, here we are now. Jen.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm so happy to see you.
I'm so happy to be here. Look at this incredible
I know.
setup.
We were talking about before you came in. You've seen Broadway.com since like.
Yeah, when
beginning.
I did my it was my first interview with Paul about Spider-Man. It was like
That was the first one.
Well, it was one of the first times I went to the office.
Yeah.
But this is amazing.
Because I feel like around the time that Broadway.com started, it was like Next to Normal stuff.
Yeah, it was Next to Normal stuff. Yeah.
I feel like that was one of the first vloggers. I'm looking at Sachin as if he knows who the old.
Oh right, Kyle
Broadway.com
Dean.
Right.
He was
Didn't he do
he
one?
was one of the first. Yeah. His was really good.
so-
Hey y'all, it's Kyle Dean. Shout out.
See, she knows. So you're here today to talk about. We're going to talk about a lot of things, but the thing that we're going to really talk about a lot, or at least right now we're going to talk about, is you have a show coming up.
I do.
What's
Just
that?
a little solo gig.
Yeah, a little solo gig at the
You
Pub
know.
of the Joes.
At the Pub of the Joes, yeah. So after American Psycho debuted, my first like solo cabaret at 54 Below.
I remember.
So it was like my life story. It was time.
I remember.
You know, I
Yes.
just kind of like took everyone through the like past 10 years of my life.
Some great video previews for that. There were some really nice video
Oh,
previews.
yeah, yes.
There were some great video previews
Yes,
for that.
I remember. Who shot those?
I don't know. Who did those?
Yeah. Well,
So you did that.
I did that, and this one at Joe's Pub is kind of, it's more just like fun songs I really want to sing. It's just
Nothing
me
wrong with
doing
that.
like a rock out Joe's Pub moment, and I mean I still like have stories and things like in there and sing songs from shows, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like a super fun night of music. It's like the coolest place.
It's
to
such a cool venue.
Sing, yeah. I performed there like 8 years ago with Adam. We did our first show there, and yeah, I hadn't been back since. But it's so awesome. Everyone feels like a rock star.
You have
there.
special guests.
Yes, I do.
Who are they?
Well, I mean, you can go on my social media, but Catherine Gallagher
Love.
is a special guest of mine, and Blake Daniel,
Love.
and Danny Quadrino. I mean, what more do you need?
Like, what more could you possibly need? all the belters.
Yeah, no,
all the
they're amazing,
angst.
and we have some really cool pop covers happening for you. What else?
When's
what
the
else?
show?
It's so it's this Sunday.
It's Sunday.
at 9:30. It's literally Sunday.
Sunday 9:30.
You should come to it because I know you're not watching a football game if you're watching the Broadway.com live at 5 right now. So you should really come to it. And then there's another one October 2nd,
Okay.
also at 9:30. That's a
9:30.
Monday.
Great.
But the first one is Sunday.
But the first one's Sunday, and you
We'll
should go.
love to see you
9:30.
there.
Joe's Pub, Public Theater.
Yes, public.
I don't know a ton about that space and when it opened and all that stuff, but it's such a cool venue.
Yeah, it's one of those like you just feel fancy. You walk in and you're like,
Yeah,
I'm a theater person.
You're like, look at me, I'm playing Joe's
Yeah,
Pub.
it's
Yes.
the public. Yeah, it's like a gorgeous space.
So another thing I want to address
Yes.
on my list of things my invisible list of things I need to address with you. You, a week and a half ago, I guess it was, like started a Twitter
Oh, yeah.
moment. So let me just give a little bit of background here. So you had never seen Hamilton.
No.
Had you listened to the album? Sorry, the cast recording.
No, because I can't do that if I don't see a show. It freaks me out.
That's your rule.
Yeah.
Your rule is like don't listen until I see it.
Yeah, because like I wouldn't
It's
know
not
what it
fresh.
meant. Yeah.
I totally understand.
And so I kind of enjoyed that I waited this long to kind of have this like
It
was just like a really epic moment.
is. I was the same. I didn't listen to it before I went and saw it.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting there just being like, oh my God, there's like so much
I mean,
information.
it's unbelievable.
Yes.
It's like you always naturally like you really can't have the experience until you just have the experience.
So you tweeted that you liked the show.
I tweeted at Lynn, and I mean, like, Lynn gets a lot of traction on social media, but I didn't really, I thought my tweet was just kind of gonna get lost in the thing, and he'd see that I saw it and was like, oh, great. But yeah, it just became this, like, the hashtag was like next to ham.
Yeah.
That's something he does, right? With like shows being combined.
I guess so.
It just became this really funny thing of like half Next to Normal, half Hamilton. He was like Hamilton and the Invisible Girl or something, and I was like, wait, what have I done? This is hilarious. It was amazing.
And you started a whole thing.
I know.
Look at you, you're like Twitter.
Am I right?
You're Twitter famous. You are Twitter famous.
I really try.
You just got back from doing a show at Goodspeed.
I did. I did a show at Goodspeed called Deathless.
Yes.
That was directed by Tina Lindau.
Who's directing SpongeBob?
Who's directing SpongeBob?
Just tying it all in, tying it all in.
I know. Take a breath. And it was written by and composed by Zach Zadek.
Who I love.
Yeah, he's amazing.
How was the show?
The show's really incredible. It's beautiful. It's like it's one of those deep, new, original pieces that I hope has a future.
Super cool that Goodspeed was like.
Yeah, what a
Let's do
cool.
it.
I had never done a show there. They have.
It was your first time there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's a very cool, nice little getaway from the city to just work on your art and make, you know,
Something new.
make something new
Yeah.
and give the show some place to unfold a little bit. And it did. And it was an amazing character, and I really enjoyed that.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Should we answer questions from people?
Yeah, there's questions from people.
On the internet. Send more questions because we're going to start answering them. Starting with, what's your favorite memory from a little show called American Psycho? Which, by the way, if you didn't know, that was the show that was the clip that we showed.
Right. Me
before.
singing in my navy tank top and black pants.
Wait, what did you call
Still
it?
such a questionable
What did you
balloon
call-
of an outfit.
You called it like a balloony fashion moment?
Well, it was like a fashion moment, but like the camera just got me from like right there the whole
like
time.
looking up a little bit.
But hey, it's all about the performance.
Do you have a
That's
favorite
all.
memory from American Psycho?
I do. I have many favorite memories from that show. I'll never forget the first day that we saw. This sounds really weird, but I'll never forget the first day that we saw the scene where the clear
Yep.
scrim you call it comes down, and when there's the big head slicing
Slicey,
situation, and there was just like blood splattered on it, and we were all just like, oh my god. So yeah, there was a lot of fun tech moments that I'll
In that
cherish
show?
forever. Yes, just so bloody and weird.
Any crazy onstage mishaps in that show?
Not really for me. I don't.
That show was crazy.
There was a lot going on on stage.
Yes.
There were a few times where like certain things would pause or would like certain parts of the stage wouldn't work, but there was no big. There was one day when the track, because Duncan's score was very like new, and there was some like a lot of techno beats in there, and
Yeah.
one day the track, something went wrong with it.
Was
So
the
we
whole
were
show
all like
on one
dancing
track,
to
or
silence.
was the show was like they would
No,
start
it's not.
the
Yeah,
tracks,
it's not one track, but like you have to click, you have to press things at the right time, and something bad happened, and it was all messed up. But I mean, that's with any show.
How was that tech process? Because that show was so there were so many technical elements,
Super
like
technical.
walls and lights and
But
spinning.
it was so fun. I mean, after Spider-Man tech, I'm like, all right, what you got for me,
right,
tech?
You're like nothing. Can
But
hurt.
that
Yeah.
show was like pretty comparable because there was a lot going on. But mostly, I just remember us being like, oh my god, that's so freaky and cool. Like we were just so obsessed with all the weird things they came up with.
You had such a good squad too.
It was a great squad.
Like just good people
The
that
squad,
you were
yeah.
hanging out. Billy Murphy wants to know, how did you get involved in Spring Awakening?
I had a good old audition for it.
Regular old audition.
Yeah,
And you booked.
and I booked it. That was pretty wild. But yeah, I had an agent at the time, and I got an audition.
Any memories? Bradley wants to know, any favorite memories from that show?
Oh my gosh, every favorite memory from that show. I
Yeah.
mean, it was the first everything. That was like high school. Like those are like some deep,
Yes,
fond
yes.
memories for me. But yeah, I mean, how do you even begin with your favorite one from that?
This is an interesting question. I'm gonna read it to you from Evan.
Oh my god.
Ready? He says, you've originated many roles on Broadway, like in Spider-Man or Next Normal. True. How is it, as an actor, to originate new work And how does your process differ from originating new work as opposed to already established work? So something like Spider-Man, which was established
as what it was.
It was an entity, and Next to Normal was like kind of from the ground up.
Yeah, I think that I've been really fortunate to have these roles that I can really just create and make my own, and you don't really feel like you have to fill, when you don't feel like you have to fill anything in, there's kind of like great natural things that just happen. But in terms of doing a show that's already kind of established, like Spider-Man, I think that it's important to make it your own, but you also want to respect those things that people have grown to love so much about it.
Of course.
So it's just kind of like a different process, but obviously originating, truly originating is, it's a really special freedom.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great answer. I'm just gonna keep looking at questions. Bradley! Craziest audience reaction in Next to Normal. Any crazy audience reactions?
Crazy audience reactions.
Any like 1984 throwing up in the audience-ness?
No, none of that. Also, OMG, I don't want to.
Have you seen?
No, all I've done is heard this situation. I mean, people would cry, people would have different, sometimes people would laugh at really sad moments because they'd be uncomfortable.
Yeah, of course.
You had to like learn how to understand how people were going to process the show and let them react just as they were going to. But nothing ever, I think most of the audiences really, once they started to get what the show is about, started really respecting it, and people wouldn't, there was no crazy trying to get attention moments.
Is there someone you've yet to work with but would like to? Mac wants to know.
I mean, there's so many people.
Of course there are.
Just so many amazing friends in the industry. I mean, I would love to work again with Adam, obviously.
That was what my next question was, co-star you want to work with again?
Yeah, I mean, come on. Because you just established so much and it'd be so fun. But if I start naming people I want to do shows with, it'll just like keep going on and on.
Yep, I understand. Do you have any dream roles?
I don't know if it's been written yet, you know? Isn't that what you're supposed to say?
Yeah, I like that answer.
I don't know what it is. I know it's out there.
I mean, you originate a lot of stuff, so I feel like that is like, to me, that's like an understandable answer.
Well, it's kind of like, I got pretty darn lucky, especially with Next to Normal.
Yeah.
And I think the next thing of that caliber for me is still somewhere in the works. I just have to find it.
Yeah, it'll come.
Yeah.
It just like
it does.
presents
It comes
itself.
right at the right time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jenn Damiano, how do you put together a show for Joe's Pub or any kind of concert show?
Well, I think it's for the 54 Below show that I did, that I debuted. I didn't want it to just be me being like, I was in these shows, here's songs from them, blah, blah, blah. I really wanted to get deep and be vulnerable and really let people in on my story, because anyone that's a fan of Spring Awakening or Next to Normal or me, which is like, you know, weird to say, but anyone that is a fan of any young person that's working on Broadway, those are aspiring young performers, and I don't like to pretend that, like, I just like to be really open about my experience and honest about, you know, living life and doing those shows at the same time and what that was for me. And so I think the challenge is just to hone in on what's special about your unique journey and be able to really get that across to people. But putting together a show like Joe's Pub is like, let's just sing some awesome songs
we like to do.
And it's going to be a great night of music. So that's a little more fun.
So you should go.
You should go.
9:30 on Sunday night, Joe's Pub at the Public. Also October 2nd, Joe's Pub at the Public. 9:30 as well. I just adore you.
I adore you. J'adore. This was so fun.
It always is. It always is fun.
It's a party at Broadway.com.
Always a party in this beautiful studio, which is, our home. Thank you for watching.
Thanks.
Thank you for being here.
Thank
Have
you.
so much fun at your concert. Just like
Thanks.
live it up.
Live it up.
You know, belt. Are you singing are you singing songs from shows too?
Well, you know I'm gonna sing that one song that I always have to sing. Can't not sing it.
Yeah, you can't not sing it. That was
But
the video.
yeah.
That was the video that I wanted to put in today.
I know.
But the one the music video from the recording studio. that
Oh,
you guys
yes.
did, the
Old
problem is that
school.
it's so old that the quality is
Oh, isn't that so awesome though that it's too old to post?
it's just no. It was in 240p. I was like, we can't. But
yeah, there will be belting. Belts. will
I'm
be
gonna make
had.
that the tagline.
There will
Jenn
be belting.
Damiano. There will be belting. You're the best.
You're the best. Thank
So
you.
happy to see you.
Bye.
Go see your show. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. I don't know who's coming on. I totally forgot. I'm really bad at remembering who's coming tomorrow.
You
but
just have to
will,
tune in.
It will be it's gonna be great, whoever it is. But we'll see you later. Thanks, Jen.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.